Hey y'all folks, welcome to my backyard. Today we are going to make pork loin ribs, also known as baby back ribs. Last night my family we knew what we wanted for sides. So we have our asparagus wrapped in bacon and we have our stuffed mushrooms, but we didn't know what entree to make. So we came up with the pork loin. And so first we're going to start off by taking off the membrane. And you're going to take some paper towel and it's going to cut a little bit here to get it loosened up, and then sometimes it comes off pretty simple. And this one, we are lucky. Perfect. So take that off. It's better for seasoning to penetrate the meat that way. And then for ribs, not much to trim. We just kind of trim off all these little things that are hanging off, the fat. Other than that, it looks good. So let's flip it around here. Nice and meaty. We'll take this off a little bit. It's hanging off here. Let's just take that off. All right. Nice piece of meat. Oh, a little bit. At this point, once we trimmed it off a little bit and pulled the membrane off, we add a binder to it. Today, I'm not going to do a binder. You can add mustard. You can do some oil if you wanted to, but I think I'm going to go lucky enough and do no binder. Last month, I did stop up in Austin and stop by the Chud shop and checked out Bradley's setup over there, and I grabbed me some Chud Rub. So I'm gonna put some Chud Rub on my ribs, and we're gonna give it a shot today. You just give it a nice coating, and if the wind is right, it wouldn't blow around. Pat it in there a little bit. And as Bradley says, don't forget the sides. Putting it on, flip it over. On the back side, not too much. Doesn't matter. A little bit there. So you apply this, any seasoning. We're going to give Chud's Barbecue a try with the Chud Rub. Now, you got to let it sit for 15 minutes or so. Some put it in the refrigerator overnight. I've done that before. That works out pretty good too. But we're just going to do 15-minute rest, let the salt do its thing, and pull out the moisture. And we're going to let the Pit Boss get up to 270 before we stick it in there. All right, the ribs have been sitting for 15 minutes, and now we're going to take it on over to the Pit Boss. That's rocking at 280 now. I decided to put it at 280. Hopefully the rain might hold off. We're actually going to get rain today, possibly. So let's take this nicely. Nice. It's going to be meat side up. And on the second rack, farthest point away from the fire. It's finally raining. Only a little. All right, so the ribs have been on the smoker here for about 3 hours, and I'm taking them off now to get ready to wrap them up. So I put them on the foil because we're going to wrap it in foil. So I'm going to put the brown sugar on here and spread it around to make a nice little bed for it. And then I'm going to throw on some butter here. Here comes the butter. So I have to do this voiceover due to technical difficulties I had during recording. I didn't realize my microphone had a bad battery. So I got the butter on there. Now I'm going to put this rib candy. This is one of my first mistakes I did in this cook, was applying the rib candy too early. But it comes out okay. So I'm just going to put some on here. Gotta squeeze the bottle there. And it comes out. And then I'm going to flip the meat side onto the bed of this nice sugary bed. And I'm going to squirt a little bit more here because I'm stupid. All right, now I'm going to begin to wrap it up. Wrap it up nice and tight, and then take it over to the smoker. Now this time with the meat side down, and let it go for a couple more hours until it's tender at the right temperature. And after probing the ribs, it felt like butter, so I brought it inside. We're unwrapping it now, and we'll cut into it, see how it goes. And as you see, when I pull it out, it did stick to the foil, so I know that rib candy pretty much not necessarily burned to it, but it definitely made it crispy. I'm going to cut it open, and again, you're just going to see the meat kind of tear. So exactly, it is very tender, so it's falling off the bone, but that rib candy definitely made it a little crisp on it. But it did taste pretty good. So I pull it up, hold it up for the camera. I'm going to take a bite out of it.